The JoyChicks is an all-women and non-binary representing gaming community on Discord. Join me, JoyChick Jenna, as I discuss a variety of topics from the normal to the absurd. Community guests will be stopping by to join in on the fun you are about to hear. Listener discretion is advised for this episode, as it contains mature and adult themes along with strong language. Welcome, everyone. Happy weekend. Happy Friday or happy Saturday, depending on where you are. You don't want to take up too much of your time because our podcast episodes are starting to turn into these long productions, which is amazing. But I did want to give you something a little bit shorter than our 2-hour special from Halloween. So, getting right into it, our playlist theme for this episode is Cheers to That, songs to help us get through the remainder of the hellstorm that has been 2020. I am so looking forward to leaving this year in the dust and moving into the new year. I hope it's going to be everything that we hope it is, and things are going to start to be better for us. Not a ton of song selections this week. I'm going to pad the playlist a little bit with some of my personal favorites, but we did have Strange, who recommended songs from Mark Morrison, Bruno Mars, David Bowie, The Tractors. Silver recommended from Kendrick Lamar, Tyler the Creator, Jill Scott, Lion Babe. I like the song titles that Panda has suggested: Tequila, 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 The Telephones, Broken Mirror from Boom Boom Satellite, Wake Me Up. We have Discommunication from Bish. I hope I'm saying that right. Great songs. All of these are amazing. I do want to go ahead, get into this episode. We have one of our absolutely lovely community guests who has decided to come by and share some juicy tea. So I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get right to it. As I have just introduced all of the song choices for this particular playlist, we are getting into our special community guest who is here with us, Bree, aka Raleigh. Is that correct?
It goes either way. I think technically it's Rayleigh, but Raleigh's a good one too. I like North Carolina. It's a great city to be named after.
There we go.
Most people just call me Bree, though. I think it's just easier.
Let's go into our topic. So, I did not confess why we are here today. We are all gathered here today on this joyous occasion, this joyous weekend. The reason that the podcast has gone on hiatus is that I have ended my long-term relationship of many years. I felt that was necessary to tell everyone, considering what we're about to talk about. Because on this episode, we are going to evaluate my life choices and my dating pool, my future dating pool, which really freaking scares me, by the way. A lot bit. You have some stories about your life pre SMM, as our viewers should know by now. Scott Matthew Michael.
I was hella messy before I met him, being honest.
You're okay. I think honestly, I feel like we just need to jump into a story.
Tinder was most of my sloppy shit came from Tinder, I think, but I'm just saying, being honest, the creepers, the weirdos, and the small dicks all came from there. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can say it. This is not a family friendly channel. This is 18 plus. This is getting to the good stuff, not family friendly. So say dicks as much as you want. Okay, so small dicks. Anything weird? Any weird kink, bizarre behavior?
I would say that most of them are just a hot mess. Either they're wanting to get your number so they can send dick pics to you. Horribly staged dick pics. Guys, there are people paid professionally to take pictures. Get them to take your dick pic, because this half-shadowed, wrinkly, zoomed-in shit, that's not going to cut it. Just because, okay, I'm just going to put this out there. Just because you zoom in on your dick doesn't automatically make it look bigger. I'm just going to put it out there. Especially if your hand is also in the photo. I have real life scale right there.
Oh.
I see what you're trying to do. It is not working.
What could give you some good scale? Just nothing?
Or like
you
sometimes
just...
like you would look and like their phone would be there. And I'm like, I know how big an iPhone is, right? Like I could see that. For some reason, some people still take mirror pics. That's a thing. It's not cute.
It's not. So you're advocating that they go and professionally get a professional dick pic.
It's like doing like a boudoir shoot or something, you know, like where you get all gussied up.
Oh, but with dicks,
out, right? And I'm just putting it out there. If you're really trying to press the girls these haphazard, shaky ass, zoomed in, wrinkly dick pics, they're not gonna cut it, and they're just gonna put people off. Don't do it. Save yourself.
I just want to go back to the special dick pic shoot. What do you wear? Is there like a man?
Yeah, I feel like you have to like. You have to have a theme,
one?
right? I'm all about the themes, right? And I think something like super like classy, like you come in and you're like in a 3-piece suit, and then like your whole photo shoot is you in sexy poses, taking pieces off, right? You take your tie and you loosen it, and then you put your jackets on, halfway take off your jacket, and you start unbuttoning, and then you zip down the pants. Thought about this, if you can't tell. You zip down your pants. And then you get to like the end of it, right? And so you've got the ones you can kind of see the V, the abs, like the V, and it's not quite there yet, but you can see it and you're like, yes, Jesus, thank you, God, right? And then you get into the pictures of them. Maybe they're on the couch, or maybe they're behind a desk or something, right? It's just so.
That would block the 6.5 verse.
This is true. So maybe I haven't thought it through that much. Maybe I need to think on this a little bit longer. But right, and then that's kind of like the come hither one, and then you get to see around. They take the picture from the vantage point of the secretary under the desk on her knees sucking his dick. Bam, right there. Right? Like, damn. Like,
God damn it. That just escalated. Wait, so there is so much to unpack right now in this whole thing. It just like went from the desk in a suit to the desk to some girl giving full-on fellatio.
No. She's not giving you fellatio. That's just the vantage point that they take the dick pic from. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. That's the angle.
I thought
that they're taking.
Okay, that's the angle. Okay, so we're just setting up the pose. There's no. Okay, so there's no woman. There's no person who is actually committing the act. It is just in this person's mind that he is, in the photographer's mind, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, so a suit, a desk, and then
a photographer.
And they all walk
into a bar. And the photographer is like, I've checked out your package, and I think you would really benefit from a whole shooting session. And the CEO is like, I've absolutely thought about that, because now he's a CEO, not just a guy in a suit. He's like, I've thought about that. I agree. Let's do this. And then they zoom back to his office, which is on the 73rd floor building in downtown Chicago. He starts passing out these dick pics, and he gets all the chicks because it's so artfully done, right? It's art. It's great. It's great to look at, right?
It is.
So that's what I'm thinking.
It is. I mean, now, I guess, does the man have to be in great shape, or do you advocate this for
I advocate it for every man, right? Dad bods are a thing. Some girls who really go for dad bods, I don't think your body shape should preclude you from being able to take sexy pictures.
I agree with that.
If you feel sexy and the pictures you take make you feel sexy, own it, share it, spread them. I mean, you're already sending out your dick pics, so you might as well make them look nice.
Spread them. Oh my God. You spread those thighs, those man thighs. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay. That, I like that idea. I like the idea that the man has to go and show some effort. Honestly, I think we could revolutionize the dating industry right now if we just made that a requirement. Like, and just got it out of the way. So, like, no one's sending you these weird, wrinkly, poorly angled dick pics. You just got a professional one right there. You know what you're working with. It's out of the way. It's all good and set to go. What else? What else have you noticed on Tinder? Anything?
I mean, so like my last experiences with Tinder were 4 years ago, right? So I don't know how the landscape has changed, because I feel like everything changes so much, right? I always feel like everything changes so drastically from like year to year in dating. Like things that were acceptable are no longer acceptable. Like I don't even know what the hell it's like in the world of COVID. Okay, so do you want to talk?
There's
Yeah, I
lists.
know. I got a list, guys.
Let's pick number
Okay.
8 on the list. Let's go with
Number
number
8.
8.
Okay, this is the firefighter. So before
You titled it.
Firefighter.
You even have a title. Okay,
we're gonna call
this
him
is good.
Daniel.
Okay,
that
good
is
start.
not his actual name, but we're going to call him that. And
Okay,
before
Daniel.
I met Scott, not too long before I met, was on a dating app. Met this guy named Daniel. He seemed pretty cool. He was older than me, right out of college, 22. This man is like 33, 34 or something like that. Yeah, he was old.
Oh, okay.
He was
So you have a
He was
little
an
age gap,
right?
Okay.
Just like side note, Scott is the smallest age gap I've ever had. Mine is like my high school love. So at this time, I'm thinking like, God, guys my age, just come out of college or mature. They don't know what they want. Turns out, even in the 30s, they don't know what the fuck they want. So there was like nothing great
There you
about
go.
them across the spectrum. Anyway, so Daniel messaged me the normal like, hey, how you doing kind of stuff. And we got kind of into it. And he let me know like he was a firefighter, and I let him know what I do for work. And I was like, oh, this was super cool. I'm like, let's meet up, because that's my thing. And so
So
you
far,
do
so
your
good.
normal meetup prep, right? Texted all my friends in the city, texted my friends out of the city. Yo, about to go meet this guy at X next place off of X Nest Avenue. FYI, if I don't text you guys like every 15 minutes, he's trying to kill me. Like, that is like my pro tip for online dating. Always make sure your friends know where you are, who you're with, and make sure you have check-in points.
Yes, that is a great idea. That's a fantastic
just for safety's sake, like always have a check-in points. Like my bestie, like a couple of my coworkers who I was super close with, and then also just like a couple of my other friends who are just in various points, right? Like various points around the city too, so that they can all come and get you if they needed you.
Good.
Yes, always.
That's what you
And
need.
so, I mean, I've even been on friends dates where they're like, I need you to come, but also not come. You sit in the corner. Yeah, and you just like peek. We can talk about that later, but you just like peek and make sure everything's okay. They're on standby. They're all waiting. Everyone's getting their checks. We got the group text message going. It was great. It was cool. We enjoyed talking together. We hit it off, and I was like, cool. Like, let's meet up again and continue to talk. Well, this one escalated really quickly. So, okay, let me give you a profile of this guy.
Oh,
first and foremost, he was like 6'3", firefighter. So he was pretty
so he's
built,
tall, handsome, strong,
pretty built, bald, which is weird for me because I don't normally prefer. Well, I mean, I don't normally prefer bald.
Oh, he was bald. That's like going from, I don't know, what could you attribute that to? Like, there's just like that little extra spice of baldness with baldness. Like, it's just something you don't get very often. It was like, I feel like
there was like no like rubbing my fingers through his hair. It was just like polishing a bowling ball. It was weird.
It's like Mr. Clean. Like Mr. Clean is
Mr. Clean might actually be a good analogy for how he looked.
Did your like hand slide off of his head?
There was nothing like grip.
Okay.
It was very taut.
You should have got some like
I know, right?
Strips
or like
just like put one on each palm and just
or put like some like gripping tape or gripping gloves on my hand so like I could find purchase. Like no.
So add that to your safety kit, group text message, and then if he's bald, make sure you have some like super grip gloves, preferably.
Right. Okay. It escalated quickly. Like I really liked him. He felt like he was vibing me. I was like, cool, this guy's great. He's mature. Like the next date was actually at his place. Again, prepped everybody. It was like, hey, I'm going to this place. And luckily I actually had a couple friends who were like really near there. So if something was like super going down, they could have got there really quickly. Yes. But I felt super comfortable. I don't know. I wouldn't know. My pro tip for here, I would probably wait 3 to 4 dates. Like, don't be me just because you're thinking about the D. Like, don't be me.
But at the same time, like you took all of the good steps. Like you were messaging your friends. And if you were like super vibing, and that's totally fine. But I know what you mean. Like you do kind of want to wait a couple dates just to kind of see the person, but sometimes I don't know, you're thirsty for that D, the suit, the desk, and the angles. So
this is the day I found out that he probably liked drinking a little bit more than he should.
Oh, okay.
Which there are more stories into how this devolved and why I didn't continue to see him.
Layers, we got layers
so
here.
Right. But So get there, we watch movies, and he orders food, and we're just chilling, and then like it escalates. Next thing I know, he's like, "Here's this anal dildo. Shove it up my ass."
What?
I was like,
What?
"No, okay."
Wait. Sorry, this is where you can't just say, "Hey, here's this anal dildo." Did he have it in his back pocket and he just whoosh?
Hot and heavy, we're making out on the couch. It's fine. It's good. And he's like, "Hold on a second." And I'm thinking, oh shit, he's got to go pee or something. He wants to pee before he gets too hard because, you know, then they have problems. He wants to like go pop a Tic Tac or something. His breath was fine. So I don't know if that's what he wanted to do. Maybe he needed more drink. I don't know. He gets up and he comes back and he pops back in and he sits down and he's like, "Here." And I grab it without thinking. And it's this condom covered, which is great, you know, safe. Condom covered dildo.
Okay, safety. Okay, safety.
Condom covered dildo. And he's like, "Shove it up my ass."
How big was it? What did it look like?
It was like curved, and then it had a bulge at the bottom of it. The prostate massager, I think, is what they're technically called.
Wait, okay, so it was a prostate massager. So this guy, okay, whoa. Wait, and he okay, wait, I'm gonna let you continue the story. Sorry,
yes,
I have so many
like,
questions. Okay, so he said, hey, here's an anal dildo. Let's shove it up your butt.
Shove it up his butt. His butt.
Wait,
not my butt, his butt.
Oh my god, I completely missed that. I was kind of going there, but then I backed up.
No, his butt. Which is fine. If that's your thing, guys, it's totally okay.
It's fine.
It was totally fine. But like, he was talking to me like how he was like new to him and shit. You know, he had just been working and learning, and I was like, this is great. Like, he's exploring his body. He's getting comfortable with himself enough to like realize he like sit up the butt sometimes. So I'm like, this is great. Like, I'm great. Like, I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, this is cool. Like, you're mature and you appreciate these things about your body, right? And then he was like, okay, so shove it in. And I'm like, bro, where's the lube? And he was like, huh? I was like, it's a fucking lube. He was like, oh yeah, I've got some, but what do I need it for? And I'm like, dude, you don't just shove this up your butt. Like, that's not how this works.
This poor man.
You need to prep yourself. You need to do some fucking stretching. He's like, stretching. And I'm like, yes, you need to like stretch up the butthole to make sure things go in and so that it's actually pleasurable, so you're not like, ouch. I'm just imagining in my head like this guy is shoving this thing up his butt with nothing.
And he has no practice. I call me a snob, but on the very first time that you're about to have sex, I don't think that a prostate massager should be necessarily involved in this first acquaintance of getting to know each other.
To each their own.
Maybe to each their own, perhaps. But then more importantly, you're going to teach him how to do it?
Yeah.
I felt like he knew what was going on.
No, yeah, so we got the lube, and then I like told him like stick your fingers up there and like do some scissoring and stretching, and I'm just like referencing like all of like the ridiculous fan fiction I read in my youth where like people just like described how you open up a butthole. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, so I'm pretty sure you're supposed to scissor and then stretch, and then you need to get 3 fingers in there and then make sure that that's all working. And I think I was like looking at the size of it, and I'm like, I think that's about right. 3 fingers should be good. And so like we go through that. Right?
Okay, so you're helping him. You're like in deep now. Like there's no turning back.
He gets in there and he gets it and he's like, I think I'm ready. And then we shove it in there and like, I think he was fine. Like he got pretty hard. But here's the kicker, right? Remember that 6.5 inches? Remember the 6'5" guy?
Yeah. Okay.
The dick did not match. It did not match.
In like the smaller sense or the bigger sense?
I remember
this
like
poor man.
I remember thinking like
this poor man has like sex therapist Bree on staff. Like you're on payroll now. Like you are helping this man enter this prostate massager into his butthole.
And then I remember thinking to myself like,
and what did you think?
Okay. I remember thinking to
what
myself
did you start
like,
to think?
I'm not gonna be able to fill that. Like that was the first thing that came in my mind. I was like, I know that people are like, you know, it's not the size of it, it's how they use it, which can be true in a lot of contexts.
Yeah, that could be true. We're not like small penis haters.
To be honest, like I wasn't expecting it. Wow. Mostly because he was a big guy and he had a lot of big dick energy. You know, like, so I'm thinking like, oh, this is like what's gonna happen and everything like that. It was a very interesting night. Anyways, so we proceed past that. Then like he drinks a little bit more, and then we get to the bedroom, and then he has a.
Wait, does he still have the massager in him, or is this like okay? So it's off to the side. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then we get to the bedroom, and like roll out the condom, you get prepped and all that kind of stuff. And really hot and heavy.
Yeah, exactly. Always practice safe sex, people.
Guys. There's no excuse for not. I don't care who you are. There's no excuse not to do that.
Exactly.
Unless you guys are in a completely monogamous relationship and that you've talked about that.
Agreed.
But if you're like off here having one-offs with people that you've dated for a couple of weeks and shit, no.
Yes.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
That shit up. Wrap Willie up.
And so we get into the bed. And we're getting hot and heavy. I like to be on top. Let's be honest. I am like the definition of a power bottom.
You're a rider. You're a cowgirl. Okay, that's good.
I get on top and then
shows initiative.
Sink down and it just deflates.
Okay. Is there like a sound like
so badly? He could not keep it up. For the life of him.
Oh, no.
For the life of him. He could not keep it up. It was just bad. Just a bunch of false starts and eventually he just used his hands and his mouth and got me off and then that was it. And then we fell asleep and then I was like,
Okay, well, at least you got yours, which I feel like is important. Yeah. So that's good. At least he just wasn't like, oh, well, I can't get it up. Yeah, he was considerate in that sense, which is nice.
That ended. I went home the next morning. I was just thinking, like, I don't know how I feel about this. I was willing to give him another try because, like, maybe he was just nervous, stressed, or whatever. Like, lots of things could happen.
Exactly.
And then, one of my best friends came up and we went out to a show. We went to actually go see Bianca Del Rio, who is like one of my favorite drag. Anyway, she had one of her comedy shows.
Oh,
yeah, it was hilarious. Okay. Yeah, we went to that, and then we met a really cute couple there, me and my best friend. And so we went downtown to drink some more and go get drinks with them. They had actually come into town just to see Bianca, which is great. So we were just talking and chilling, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? You want to meet?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. We're already out at this bar. Come visit." And so he's like, "Yeah, I'll be there. And that's really close to me, like 30 minutes, hop in the car or whatever." And I'm like, "Cool, we'll be here for a while." Radio silence for like hours and hours. And like we're drinking and we're trying to figure things out. And like they're like, "Hey, let's go to this next place." And I'm like, "Hold on, let me just check and see," right? We ended up staying 45 minutes or so after we were originally going to leave to go to the next place because like he said he's coming and I just never heard from him.
Yeah.
Like after we get there, like I call him and I'm like, "Dude, are you coming or not? Like I've got people here. We're waiting for you." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be there." We gave him another 15 minutes. He didn't show up. And I'm like, "Let's go to the next place," right? So we go to the next place and we're at this rooftop bar. It's great. Weather was nice. We were just out there like drinking at a table and just having a blast, meeting these two people. Me and my best friend just being the silly bitches that we are. He calls me again. He says, "Come meet me at this bar." Bitch, I'm out with people already. Like I'm fucking outside like, doing things with other people. You said you were coming, so you come meet me. And then he was like not doing it and whatever. And it was just like back and forth. And my best friend eventually, we're going to call her Clarissa. It's not her name.
Clarissa.
We're going to do that. We're going to call her Clarissa. Anyways, so she's like, "Hey, let's just meet him at this other bar." So we say goodbye to the couple and she's like, "Let's just go drive and meet him at this other bar." Walk into that place and I'm looking for him and I can't see him and it's hella crowded. And I'm like, I don't know where you are. I'm trying to find you. He's like, "I'm at the bar." And I'm like, "I don't see you. There are other bald white dudes in here. I don't know what's happening." Right? I'm also like not.
There's a conference, like a bald man conference happening in the bar.
He chose the most dive bar I've ever been to in my life. And I just was walking in there and they all like, everyone just looked the same. Could have been because I was drunk. Probably was because I was drunk, but everyone looked the same.
I mean, no, it's probably the clientele that they attract is the bald dive men, like motorcycle jackets.
Yeah. And then there was also like
stuff.
this weird, like
stuff.
What lady is full Native American regalia. The whitest woman I've ever seen, but just full of Native American regalia. Just walking around.
Like just out of place.
It was weird. But like also not out of place because I guess this was just the bar. This is what they do at this bar.
That was the decoration at the same time.
It was okay. That's like the most the thing that stuck out the most to me, and as I can't find Daniel, is this woman. And she was really nice. And she's
So
like,
it's-
"Who are you here for?" And I was like, "I'm trying to find Daniel." She's like, "I don't know Daniel." And I was like, "Okay." And then she just like looked at me, and I
It's
looked
like,
at
that's
her,
it. Okay.
and then she left. And I was like, "Okay." Like, what the hell?
So that's like the most exciting part. Like, okay, let's just end the story here. That was how the story
Yes,
ends.
anyways.
It's over. No.
Anyways, I was looking at the bar, and I was like, I couldn't find him. And there was like this one guy like over there in the corner who had like drinks on drinks like next to him. I'm like, wow, that guy's sloppy. And I was like, I can't find you. I'm going home. I think that guy might have been him.
Wait a
Yeah.
second.
Right. So I was like, I couldn't find you, whatever. Like, I'm super pissed about this. Like, you fucking said you were coming. You didn't come. Then you told me to come to this place. And I came. Me and my best friend searched for you. We couldn't fucking find you. You didn't have the wherewithal to just get up from your position and come look for me or meet me at the fucking door. You just sat your ass where you were and continued doing whatever you were doing. Well, I looked like a fucking idiot. And so we went home and we drank some more because that's what we do. We drank some more.
That's a good plan.
And the whole time, like, my best friend is actually mostly sober because I need to be able to drive us around. So she only had like 2 drinks, but I was like 8 sheets to the wind, right? And just rage texting and just pissed. And then, the next morning, as we're recovering from our hangovers and, we're drinking our Gatorades and our robes and just being horribly hungover people, I get a message and it's him like, I'm so sorry. Like, I was so drunk and I know I've got this problem. Like, I get really drunk and I tell people I'm going to do things and I don't do things and then tell them to come meet me. And then I don't tell them where, I don't meet them or whatever. And I'm like, so this is a thing for you? This is a recurring thing?
Oh my God.
He backtracks later and he's like, fuck it. I don't owe you anything. Blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. You don't have to worry about me, whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm just not
Like,
going to
okay,
talk
fine.
to you anymore. You're like 30 fucking 5. I don't need a 30 fucking 5-year-old over here getting mad at me for being reasonably upset with you for telling me you were going to do one thing and then not. Fuck you and your tiny dick.
That's ridiculous.
Again, segue here. Your dick size really doesn't
Your-
matter,
your,
guys.
uh,
I was just pissed.
Your iPhone 4 dick, not your newest version. Your
Yes.
iPhone 4 dick.
And I had nothing. And honestly, I shouldn't have used that insult. And that's rude because I was like, again, it's not something he control. But I was just really pissed at him, and I was hitting the belt as much as I could.
Zing right below the belt, right where it hurts.
Yeah, he messaged me maybe like 3 weeks after I told him, fine, I'm not gonna talk to you. Like, I can move on with my life and go find someone else to talk to. Like, this is not gonna be a world ender for me. Even if I thought I really liked you, I'm really starting to realize, like, maybe you drink too much and maybe you have a problem, and that's not what I'm here for. And also, I'm like 22 at the time. Like, I still have my whole life ahead of me. Like, fuck that.
Yeah. Not this
that.
dude. Fuck this dude. Fuck iPhone 4.
And so, he messaged me like 3 or so weeks after that, and was like, I'm so sorry. Like, yeah, I've just been reading those messages back, and I shouldn't have said that to you, and I shouldn't have went off on you. Like, can we meet up? Can we talk about it? And at this point, I had already met SMM. And I was like,
oh, okay.
No, I'm good. I'm actually going out with someone else right now.
This was right before SM squared. Okay.
And I was like, I met someone else, and I think I really like that guy, and I'm going to give him my full attention, and I don't want anything to do with you. And bam, 4 years later, I'm still with them. So I think that was the right decision.
That was for sure the right decision. And I like that ending tip that I think you should only give your attention. I mean, maybe you feel differently about this, give your opinion, but I'm kind of in the mindset that you should almost give your attention to one person at a time. It's kind of hard, but I feel like it's mentally exhausting if you're on like Tinder and then all of a sudden you're having a brand new conversation every week. You're trying to get to know someone new every single week or every single couple of days. And it's just mentally exhausting at that point. I mean, that's kind of my thought about it, but I mean, I don't know. I guess it just depends on the situation. I think like in an ideal situation, you would almost already root out those people and then just focus on one person at a time. But of course, as we know, ideal situations do not always happen and do not always end up. And I think although there's a ton of things that I loved about your story, I did particularly like the part where you said this guy is sloppy to who you thought was what was his name
Daniel?
again? What did we name him?
Daniel.
Daniel. you thought you said that to Daniel because you were so
Yeah.
wasted at the bar because he was just
I
another
was like,
bald
he
man
was.
at
He was
that
just a little
point.
bomb.
So
This is a sloppy ass bitch.
and the Native
It was,
American lady in like
it was just
full
so weird.
regalia.
It's like
So
something you see in a fucking TV show. Like, right, this happy lady comes up and bounces to you, and she can't help you, so she just stares at you. And you stare at her, and she leaves. I was like, what is happening? How is this my life right now?
my
But yeah,
God.
for sure. I think it was him. Never got any confirmation because, like I said, I dropped him pretty much right after that incident because I was like, I'm just not going to spend my time with a man who's going to act and treat me like this because A, I know my value and I'm not going to have it. And then B, like, again, I had just messaged Scott, Michael Matthew, and he was, super sweet. Like, his first tech message to me and OkCupid was like a whole letter which he signed. It was adorable.
Are you
Absolutely.
serious?
He had clearly read my profile. He hit all these
God.
points he thought we would like bond over. And yeah, that was like the first message from him. And I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be great. And so that's how that happened. So
If only Daniel would have had a professional photography session,
right,
of his
it might have been more
dick, then it all
appealing.
would
Or
have-
maybe if he stopped
might have been
drinking
more
whiskey,
enjoying.
so it stayed up. I don't know. Maybe if I was addicted to the dick, I would have stayed longer. I don't know. That's not how it
We'll
happened.
never know.
So we
That's
can't dwell on it.
not at all. Okay, so for this next segment, I do want to give you a little bit of context. Myself and Bree, we were looking at some dating profiles because dating profiles are just absolutely hilarious in a lot of cases. Mostly normal, but there's some absolute gems out there. However, I did realize as we were reading these profiles, they are very easily searchable. So, not to compromise the privacy of the individuals, I don't want anyone to feel like we're making fun of someone or that we're making them feel ashamed. I went ahead, edited that out, but in one post, we did happen to find someone who linked a BDSM quiz to tell how kinky you are. So, given Bree's previous encounter that she just talked about, I wanted to go ahead and take the test and give you our results. I highly recommend you go and take it. It's called Let's Test the Kink Out of You. And here we go. Breaker, breaker, this is your pilot speaking. We are at altitude of 50,000 feet. Make sure you strap in your glasses because you are about to get fucked really hard.
Let the pegging commence.
That's all I got. Do you want to take this BDSM test?
Oh yes, let's take it.
Okay. So I message you and you can select the option. I think it goes to like at the top left-hand corner, start new BDSM test.
Perfect.
And then you just can click the no. You don't need to register. Do it anonymously.
Cool.
So let's go. So it says, let's test the kink out of you, which is the title. That's pretty fucking clever. I'll give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
So basic info. Okay, gender.
I'm a woman.
Okay. And then this like age category is so pinpoint.
It
like
truly is.
Usually it has a 10-year gap, but this is basically 2 years, 2 to 4 years.
Yeah,
so I'm in the 26 to 30-year-old orientation.
Okay, let's do the short one because we're short on time.
Let's test the kink out of you. Okay. I'd like to be dominated, especially in the bedroom. Yeah, sure. But I'll do like a lighter green.
Yeah, I was thinking too.
I don't have any sort of specific fetish or non-standard sexual.
That's not true. We ain't gonna go into it, but that's not true. That's on the green side. Oh no, that's on the red side.
I feel like I'm pretty vanilla. Like maybe there's like a little bit of handcuffs or something, but I feel like that's standard.
Yeah.
So I'll just go light green. I could not fulfill all my partner's sexual desires. I would encourage them to see other people.
Depends
Mm.
on a couple of factors. How serious we are if we decided we're going to be exclusive. B, if we talk about
That's
it.
true.
And then, like, I need to know if you're going to go see other people, like, and that you're being safe when you're seeing those other people.
That's true, because you got to protect yourself, too.
And then you're going to have to go get tested more frequently.
I don't know. I'm just going to go neutral, because, I mean, I guess that, like, does make sense, what you said. It really depends on the conversation and the type of relationship that you have.
Yes, I think so too. I think it's definitely important. Like, I don't want you wandering out there all willy-nilly do whatever you want. But like, we have a sit down, have a conversation. You're like, I really need this thing, and I'm like not willing to give it to you. Like,
exactly.
Then maybe we should have a discussion about it. Now, if it's something like I just can't stand, I think, and I knew that you were going out and getting it somewhere else, I'll probably be like, this is kind of gross. Like, depending on what it is.
Yes.
Like, if you have a thing for poop, we might need to reassess
we're not going to be doing no schmearing.
Right.
No bagel schmearing here.
We might need to reassess our boundaries. But, you know.
That's not happening.
Or, like, a thing for blood. Like, I don't want that, but if you want to go out and get it from somewhere else, like, that's fine, as long as you are being careful. Like, you know, those kinds of things, like, we'd have to talk about them.
I agree. So we're going to go the neutral, maybe, like, just the neutral, no opinion, so it has no weight on our results. Okay, the next one. I want my partner to serve me and address me as a superior.
Nah.
I mean, I disagree, but at the same time, like, I feel like serve and address are two different things.
They are.
So I'm just going to go, like, the light disagree.
Yeah, I went pretty hard red on that. It's not for me, mostly, yeah. I think. Also, like, I feel like I get, like, enough of that, like, in my job. I don't want it in my life, too.
That's true. Now, however, if you're a waiter and you're serving me a big old, real, actual physical steak or something, then, I mean, we can do some role playing. So, anyway, that's my thought on that.
Here's how it works. We love food.
that hot baked potato. Serve me that hot baked potato, baby. Oh, there's another.
There's another page.
Total quiz progress.
12%.
Jesus. Okay. If you see a question, let's just go through, and if you see a question that you think is interesting, then just go ahead and say it. But feel free to answer. Okay.
Cool. Okay, I'm absolutely willing to try most things once.
I agree.
Except for poop. I draw a hard line at poop, guys. I would like to have sex with multiple people at the same time.
We'll leave that one up to interpretation. I will naturally take on a nurturing and guiding, almost parental role.
Fuck that, I'm a brat.
Oh my god. Some of these are like role playing.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to do this on a every time basis, but if someone's like, hey, I want to be the master, in quotation marks, for like right now, okay, sure, we'll do it like once.
There is no reason why sex should have to happen in private spaces, isolated from the outside world. Here's the thing about that. I don't approve of people, like, consent is a huge thing, and if someone happens to stumble on you having sex in private, they didn't consent to that. And I don't think that's okay.
No.
Like, if you're in your backyard and you're, like, out in the middle of the woods and there's no neighbors 30 miles or whatever, sure, have sex outside. If you're going out and having sex public and trying to get caught and shit, like, people didn't consent to that, and that's not okay. That's my opinion on that.
I agree with you. I often behave in animalistic ways during sex.
I'm sorry.
And howling. What?
All I can think of is fucking DMX, like, DMX in a song, like, ruff, motherfucker.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna try that next time. If I like have an encounter, I'm just gonna be like, rah, rah. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna disagree with that one.
I enjoy being kept as a pet. Yep. In a cage, eating out of a bowl, being petted. I like to be petted. Ain't no one keeping me in a cage. You got to finger feed me.
Oh my god. That's a weird question. Oh, well, why is this such a sweet question? I find the romantic aspect in a relationship much more important than the sexual or kinky aspects.
I agree. I prefer. I believe those are more important.
Sweet. Okay. I didn't expect that question. I enjoy feeling like a prey hunted by a predator. What the fuck? Disagree with that one.
I am a brat. Yeah,
Me
I knew
too.
that.
I'm at 99%
I'm
brat.
98% a brat. I'm 98%
What's your next one?
rope bunny.
Oh, you're a
Yeah,
rope
I do
bunny.
like to
Okay,
be tied
so
up.
I only got 61% on rope bunny. My next one is 94% vanilla.
Oh, okay. I'm 34% vanilla.
You're 30? Oh my god,
Yeah.
okay. So
I
I'm brat vanilla, and then you are brat and then rope bunny.
Yep.
So what's your next one?
70% experimentalist.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a wants to have tried it all.
Oh. Mine is a degradee. I don't know why, because I marked
Mm,
like I don't like to. Oh. Degradees like to be degraded and humiliated by their partner.
gotcha.
Okay, well, interesting.
I was 51% degrading. I am 63% submissive.
Okay, I'm at 65. So what's on the ones that are at the very
Owner.
bottom? Oh.
Master, mistress, primal hunter, daddy, mommy, exhibitionist, below 3%.
Mine is hunter, so primal hunter, age player, master mistress, rigger, pet owner.
Masochist was a 58 for me.
Wait, 58%?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I do like a little bit of pain. And then
Mine's at 53. Okay, that's
I'm
not bad.
62% non-monogamist.
Okay. Mine's at 43.
The little tagline at the end: non-monogamous typically match well with several, in parentheses, other non-monogamous.
Well, duh. Several. Several. Oh my god. Well, this is a pretty good quiz.
Yeah.
I feel like. I mean, it kind of went into everything, and I feel like it covers a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's take a break for a second here.
Yep. Sounds good.
I just hope that everyone who is currently looking for that special person in their life happens to find them. So
Nice,
more
nice.
more
I hope-
power to you.
Same guys. I hope everyone finds their respective lover or lovers. You know, people you bond with. You don't have to. You can love them or not love them if you're aromantic or asexual or anywhere on the spectrum. I hope you find the right people to surround yourself with. That's key. Like, you gotta find the ideal people in whatever capacity that is to surround yourself with. Because at the end of the day, we're social creatures and we like to engage with people. So good luck to everyone out there. The dating world is harsh.
It is. Oh, it is.
So
And make sure you require that if you are going to date a heterosexual male that they have a professional dick shot. So
yes,
you can avoid those unpleasant conversations.
Let's make that a thing. Professional. If you were going to send a dick pic, make it professional.
Yes.
Spend some time doing that, man. Spend some time on it.
On the off chance that a man happens to listen to this, that's the number one thing we want you to take away from this is that you go and get a professional shot. We would appreciate
don't be creepy, but also if you're going to send a dick pic, just make sure it looks nice.
Yeah, have a little bow tie.
Oh, yeah. Present that up like it's a wrapping for Christmas,
bow ties for the win.
Right? I'm just saying.
I love it. More importantly, you did not even scratch the surface, I feel like, on your wild stories. So
no, absolutely not. Gotta keep some of the mystery.
So
you bring me back on.
So looking forward to that. And I think once, if you're not on here earlier, because, of course, we want to come on more than once, but I think we'll bring you on for a Valentine's Day special. I feel like
I would love to be the Valentine's Day specialist.
I feel like that would be a really good episode for you to do as well. So.
Gonna be the JoyChicks resident love guru.
Yes, you're obviously the sex therapist, so you have the credentials behind your name, which I love.
I'ma own it.
Yes, own it, and we're good to go. Okay, well, I guess we'll end it there, and I hope that everyone has a great weekend and takes all of these tips to heart, words of wisdom, and go on and enjoy yourselves.
I have a BDSM test. They do tests for this?
I know. What the test result?
What's my test?
We're gonna try. Maybe we should try that after you finish this.
Let's thinking. Let's do a test.
Yeah. So this guy likes it when everyone's
expect the guy to have glasses on. He has glasses on.
Oh, does he? I didn't even.
Yeah,
notice that.
You can see it at like minute 25, 30 seconds.
Oh,
He's got
wait.
glasses on.
Oh fuck! I exited out. Now I gotta go back and watch an ad.
Go back.
Oh no, I did. Okay, wait. When is it?
25 minutes and 30 seconds.
25.
Oh, and then they fell off. I think she fucked him too hard. They fell off.
They fell. Okay, I couldn't scrub all the way, so 25. Oh, that looks very realistic. Oh yeah, he is wearing glasses.
Yeah, he's got glasses.
And he's got like dad socks on too. I'm just gonna say I don't think the dad socks are a good look.
No, I don't either.
Oh yeah, they did fall off. Oh, that's a shame.
They fell off.
Huh.
Anyways, that was that, guys. Anyways, that's what it says.